Welcome guests to the Colorado School of Mines graduation. We're going to begin shortly. To help everyone find a seat, especially if you're sitting in the bleachers, if there's space next to you, please get to know your neighbor a little bit better and scooch over so some folks who don't have a seat yet can find one. Welcome to the Colorado School of Mines Commencement. We will be starting the program in 5 minutes. Please find your seats. In the unlikely event of an emergency that requires evacuation of the arena, please follow the instructions of event staff. Please take this time to identify the closest exit to you. Those seated in the bleachers, your closest exit may be behind you. Thank you.
Being a smaller school, you get to know people really well. You get to see the same people on campus over and over again, and so familiar faces. It's also special because everyone here is a nerd. We're all learning the same stuff together, and it's challenging, but part of that challenging is what brings us all together.
I've had almost all of my professors know my name by a couple months into the semester, and that's not something that you're going to get if you go to a bigger university.
To be an ore digger, I think means to not only put in effort and try to succeed in your classes, but also to try to help others succeed. And you can always find something you can be a part of and really feel like you're making a difference in it.
The community here is extremely loving and helpful, and also everyone is very, very focused and determined in their own ways. And even though everyone has their own focuses and their own interests in everything else, everyone gets along extremely well just because we are all going through the exact same thing together because this is such a rigorous school.
Being able to be connected with all different people in the community. That's what makes mine super special. I believe that I can be like a big fish in a small pond. I can connect with our president, our student life director, different administrative groups. They know my name, and if I have a vision, I can get in contact with the right people to really make an impact on campus.
Not many people have the experiences going into industry as mines graduates do. I've met people who have never set foot in a machine shop until they got their first job, where we get to start working in the machine shop during our sophomore year. The hands-on activities that we get to do at Mines, I think, is really, really special that you don't get anywhere else.
I think Mines is preparing for success wherever you go. Being able to problem solve your way through Mines, regardless of what specifics you're learning, you're able to really apply that and grow in any field.
I have gotten some really unique internship opportunities. My first internship was at NASA Johnson Space Center. I submitted a project portfolio as part of my application, and they were blown away by the projects I had only done my sophomore year at Mines. It was very unique, and they had not seen that before.
I was a member of the iGEM team, the International Genetically Engineered Machine. Our project was related to changing blood types from like A to O. And so teams from all around the world do projects, and then they come together and you get to see everyone else's project and what they're doing and what's happening in the field of genetic engineering.
Being an ore digger is, proud to be in the STEM field, excited for the future, wanting to make a difference in the world, and connecting with the community. I'm hoping to combine my undergraduate degree of environmental engineering with a more policy background.
I want to be able to make a difference in the energy and sustainability world, whether that's advancing renewable energy or helping climate change, such as carbon capture, carbon use.
We're seeing how what we do can make a difference. Mines is creating a lot of engineers and scientists and a lot of people that are ready to change the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the platform party. The processional is led by Dr. Ryan Richards, Faculty Distinguished Lecturer, and Dr. Jeffrey King, Faculty Senate President. Dr. Richards is carrying the university mace, a symbol of knowledge, authority, dating back to the 13th century. Mainz's mace is made of rosewood, brass, bronze, and silver, and weighs 16 pounds, and is topped by Blaster, our beloved school mascot. Dr. King is carrying a replica of the 16th century book, the De Re Metallica, widely considered the foundational book on mining and metallurgy. This book represents the body of knowledge shared by Mainz faculty and students, and its opening and closing on stage indicate the beginning and end of today's ceremony. Platform party members include distinguished speaker and alumna, Andrea Passman, Chairman of the Board of Trustees and alumnus, Mr. Jesus Salazar, Trustee, Judy Steinberg, Faculty Trustee, Dinesh Mehta, President and Professor, Dr. Paul C. Johnson, Provost and Professor, Dr. Rick Holtz, and academic department heads, deans, and vice presidents. Continuing the processional are Mainz faculty, followed by our bachelor degree candidates who are making their way now down the bleachers. Today we are conferring 1,004 bachelor's degree, 341 are being recognized in this ceremony. The flags on stage represent the home nation of our graduates. Angola, Benin, Canada, Chile, China, Denmark, France, Kazakhstan, Kuwait, Mexico, Nigeria, Oman, Paraguay, Philippines, Saudi Arabia, South Korea, Sweden, Trinidad and Tobago, Confederated Tribes of the Umatilla Nation, 3 affiliated tribes of Mandan, Hadassah, and Rikura Nation, and the United States of America. Please remain standing until all of our graduating students have entered the arena. Please remain standing for the singing of our national anthem performed by Colorado School of Mines singing group, the Gold Standards, under the direction of Kirsten Carpenter.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The Gold Standards will now sing the Alma Mater to the tune of R.O. Lee. Alma Mater opens convocation and begins commencement, marking the transition from Mines student to Mines alumni. You can find the Alma Mater's lyrics inside the cover of your program.
Raise your voices and join ears, your devotion sing. To the greatest school of minds, let the chorus ring. Hail to thee, CSM, to our hearts most dear. Every miner lauds thy name, and every engineer. Honor, glory to thy name, these we pledge anew, while we live to sing thy fame, Alma Mater true. Hail to thee, School of Mines, silver and the blue. Every miner sings thy praise, Alma Mater true.
Please be seated. Please welcome the 17th President of Colorado School of Mines, Dr. Paul C. Johnson.
Thank you. Not necessary, but thank you. Hey, let's see, this is the ceremony for everybody. Let's see, every major starts with C or Q. Is that the grouping of this one, I think? Oh, well, okay. Almost a C. All right. Well, anyway, hey, everybody, thanks for being here. Good afternoon. It's my honor on behalf of Colorado School Mines to welcome you to this celebration in honor of the amazing graduates seated in front of us. We appreciate those of you who made the trip to be here in person, as well as those of you who are watching on our live feed. Today, across 3 ceremonies, we're conferring Bachelor of Science degrees to 1,004 graduates. I always feel like it's got very precise there on that 4 significant figure. 1,004 graduates, with 341 of them being recognized in this ceremony. We'll have the opportunity to cheer for them when they cross the stage later. That walk across the stage will be a special moment for the graduates, their families, and for all of us here at Mines. It's the last leg of a journey that began for many early one August morning with the M-Climb. For those not familiar with it, the M-Climb is one of our most beloved traditions. New students gather on campus and then walk up to the M on Mount Zion. Each carries a 10-pound rock from their home, although there's always a few that look a little bit like our campus landscaping rocks. Along the route, they sing the fight song over and over, and they're greeted by an enthusiastic groups of water-wielding upper-class students who make sure that those new students don't overheat on their 3-mile uphill trek. Upon reaching the M and placing their rocks on it, our new students apply a fresh coat of paint liberally to the rocks and to each other. The M climb was their welcome to the Mines community and the first of many challenges that our graduates overcame on their path to Lockreach Arena. With that in mind, we'd like to start this commencement with a moment of reflection offered up by Tori Geist. Tori, are you ready? All right. Come on over. Let me tell you. Oh, got a fan club out there. So Tori's originally from Omaha, Nebraska. She's graduating today with a degree in computer science. Do we have any comp scis out there? I think we just found them. Just a couple of them, yep. During Tori's time at Mines, she's been a peer mentor, which is a key role here at Mines for facilitating leadership and growth in first-year students. Tori is a member of the Women's Club lacrosse team and Pi Beta Phi sorority. Following graduation, Tori will be working as a software engineer at Sincera Systems right here in Golden. Awesome. Please join me in welcoming Tori to the podium.
One sec, gotta lower this. It's kind of cool. Well, thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. I am absolutely honored to be speaking to you all. Today, I am reading the invocation. Personally, I did not know what an invocation was, so I did what any good engineer would do in a moment of uncertainty. I Googled it. Turns out an invocation is the act of asking a higher power for support or help. In other words, an invocation is a wish. Our invocation today wishes for several developments. It wishes to advise us of the hopeful, substantial future ahead. It wishes to thank and give credit to all those who work towards our success. It wishes that we deviate from the ordinary and always aim for greatness. Before I read the invocation, though, I'd like to make a couple acknowledgments to some people that were essential in getting me here today. To my fellow graduates, thank you for making Mines the wonderful experience it was. I took a huge risk when I transferred here. I didn't know a single person. But I just had a good feeling about this place. Thank you for proving me right. Thank you for taking me in and being my friend. Today, not only does society gain talented, driven engineers, but it also gains so many genuine, good-hearted people. To my mom and dad, as well as the rest of my family watching this on YouTube, thank you for getting me to this stage today. Thank you for guiding me through struggle and celebrating my success. You all played a very important role in making me the person that I am today. As the only engineer in the family, I vow to always fix the Wi-Fi and assemble furniture at record-breaking speeds. Your love and support means so much to me, and I am forever grateful for all of you. With that, this is swinging in my face. With that, I now begin our invocation. Members of the faculty and administration, fellow students, family, and friends, it is my honor and privilege to offer an invocation for our commencement. Today, we give thanks for this fine institution, the Colorado School of Mines, and hope that it may be a lively center for sound learning, new discovery, and the pursuit of wisdom. We hope that those who teach and those who learn may find joy in all their endeavors. As we celebrate the completion of our studies today, we hope to build on the knowledge we gained and the experience that we had to effect positive change in a world that has seen much change and uncertainty recently. Whether we go on to complete further studies, to the workforce, or if the wider world beckons, may we all live fulfilled lives that support others and contribute to society. We thank our dear friends and family who shared in and supported our educational journey and for always believing in us. We are thankful for the freedoms we enjoy to pursue learning, life, and love. May we hope that we constantly raise our eyes from the mundane and ordinary to catch a glimpse of the glorious possibilities of adventure and discovery. May we all proceed into the world with humble, thankful hearts and a reverence for those that changed the world before us, that have allowed us to be here today. As we prepare to celebrate our academic achievements, we are aware that not all the friends and family who shared in and supported our journeys to this point are with us. I'd like to honor those whom we lost and are not able to be with us today. For all those we have lost, please join me in observing a moment of silent reflection in their honor. Thank you, and congratulations to all of us for the achievements we are celebrating today.
Thank you very much for doing that. I think you've earned one of these. And do you have a cheering section here? Got a family cheering? Why don't you stand up for us? All right, thank you for being here. Yes, we do have the coolest podium here in the world. Just what you expect from an engineering school. All right, so as we get on. So in any case, I think as Tori knows, and I think she's alluded to this too in her invocation as well, Mines is challenging. Alumni affectionately refer to, and they like to say that it was tough to get into Mines, but even tougher to get out. I like to say that you can't fly solo through Mines. You have to rely on each other, and you need a supportive network. Because of that, I'd like to give our graduates an opportunity to thank those of you who played critical roles in their successes. I'm going to ask some specific groups to stand, say a few words of thanks, and then invite our graduates to express their gratitude and appreciation in any way that they want to, including using those bells if you want to. So, all right, how about parents of our graduates? Please stand. Thank you for all that you did to support and encourage these graduates. You must be proud today. You should be proud today. You raised amazing children. These soon-to-be graduates, they are really impressive. They are bright, they're curious, they're creative, they're hardworking. They're also a little bit, eccentric and offbeat. But of course, that's what has made them so endearing to us. And, Mines might be the only, just as an example of sort of their offbeat and eccentricity, we might be the only university where a 10-pound rock with glued-on googly eyes and a hard hat could be a TikTok star and a social media influencer. Right. So that was Giovanni. And Giovanni in true Mines fashion spells his name G-E-O, Vani. And he's, as you can tell, he's a celebrity. He's also a bit of a diva, but he does love hanging out with Mines students, and he's even arranged his schedule to be here with us today. got a special little graduation cap today, too. Kind of cool. All right. Before we made that little unplanned detour, I was going to mention, since we had the parents up, that Sunday's a pretty special day, so will all the moms in the audience stand up? So happy Mother's Day to all of you, and I got to think a graduation's a pretty good Mother's Day gift, so I suspect they would agree too. What do you think, moms? Yeah. All right, so next up, will those representing the Mines faculty and staff at this ceremony please stand for us? Thank you, and thanks for what all your colleagues do to educate, inspire, support, coach, and mentor our students. You are the reason that Mines is consistently ranked in the top 5% of all public universities, and the reason why we are one of the few universities to hold the prestigious Carnegie R1 classification for research. The Wall Street Journal got it right when they named Mines faculty tops across U.S. public universities for being balanced in their dedication to both classroom instruction and scholarly research. We know how rare that is amongst universities. So congratulations on that recognition. Yeah. And thank you for being here in support of our students and all that you did in their time here as well. So really appreciate you being here. So, right. Okay, let's see. How about friends, siblings, spouses, significant others, and relatives stand? Yeah. We like to refer to you as the distractions. But, you know, without you, our graduates probably would have become too overly focused on their studies, which is not healthy. Of course, some of them might have gotten better grades, and a few might have completed that 4-year degree in 4 years. But having said that, though, we need to thank you for keeping these graduates grounded and in good spirits, and that was important in getting them here to this ceremony today. So thank you all for being here and all that you did to support and distract our graduates. We also have a few members of our Board of Trustees here today, so I'd invite them to stand. All right. We have Trustee Jesus Salazar, and Jesus is a Mines double alum, having graduated from, what department was that? Computer science. Do we have any of those around here? Yeah. As well as he graduated from the Engineering Technology Management program, and he is, of course, the chair of our Board of Trustees. And we also have our faculty trustee, what program do you teach for, Dinesh? Oh, you think it's computer science too? Do we have any of those here today? Oh, I guess we do. Anyway, this group is incredibly dedicated to Mines and making sure the university is very successful, and really appreciate them being here today. A particular note, relevant to what you have to do here today, is they do approve your degrees. So maybe as they're sitting down, give them a little extra round of applause. Maybe they'll do that later in the ceremony. All right, and speaking of Mines degrees programs, this is probably a good time to provide some context for our guests on the significance of the degrees we are conferring today and the uniqueness of Mines. For 149 years, Mines has focused on producing the top scientists and engineers, industry leaders and entrepreneurs, and the knowledge and innovations that industry and society need. A Mines education is rigorous and challenging, and a Mines degree instantly commands respect. It communicates a strong work ethic and perseverance and indicates that you are resilient, a great team player, and that you're ready to tackle anything. So, let's take a look at our Ready to Tackle Anything graduates. Would you all please stand? Okay, now you all have to stand for a couple minutes while I talk about you. But and let me start off with, as a point of pride, according to Lumosity, you are brainier than students at Harvard, Princeton, and Stanford, and pretty much every other school in the country. And in preparing for this ceremony, I consulted the Oracle, ChatGPT. How many of you used it on your assignments? No, don't raise your hands. Okay, I don't want to know. Anyway, I asked ChatGPT to give me one word that would describe Mines graduates. And here's the response it gave me. One word that could be used to describe students at Colorado School of Mines is driven. The school is known for its rigorous academic programs in science, engineering, and mathematics, and its students are often highly motivated and committed to their studies. Mines students are known for their work ethic, problem-solving skills, and dedication to their fields of study. Other words that could be used to describe Mines students include innovative, curious, resourceful, and analytical. These are all qualities that are highly valued in the STEM fields and that are cultivated and encouraged at the Colorado School of Mines. I have to say I've asked ChatGPT a lot of things. I think this one it got right. Not all the answers that come back are so good, but this one I think they actually hit pretty good. And you know, we've seen evidence of that drive, problem-solving skill set, and resourcefulness in your time at Mines. Not always in those cardboard boats that you built and tried to ride down Clear Creek during E-Days, but we definitely saw that in your senior capstone and field session projects and the successes of your student competition teams. In addition to your engineering prowess, we observed that you care a lot about others in the world. You helped communities locally and in other countries through various student organizations. You raised funds for those efforts and other valuable causes like heart health and literacy. Very creative, like riding stationary bikes outside on the plaza for 24 hours a day for a week, or convincing friends to do the polar plunge into Clear Creek, or getting athletic coaches and a certain president to volunteer to be pied in the face for charity. You even inspired others to pursue STEM degrees through your K-12 outreach activities like the Deck Tech programs. You were peer mentors, resident assistants, and campus leaders. You welcomed the students who followed you to Mines and mentored them at Ordager Camp. You enriched our campus through your art, music, creative writing, and acting. You also showed the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference and the rest of the nation that teams comprised entirely of engineers and scientists can compete and win at the highest level of academic competition and do it with class on the field, court, mat, and track. For the past 7 years, Mines Athletics has been the top athletic program in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, and at the end of fall and winter competition seasons, we were the #1 ranked program across all NCAA Division II schools in the Learfield Director Cup rankings. Pretty awesome. Class of 2023, you were challenged from the moment you stepped foot on the Mines campus, and you banded together, helped each other, and got the job done. Those distinguishing characteristics of Mines graduates, the strong work ethic, perseverance, resilience, and teamwork, will serve you well in life and your careers. You are ready, and today the world needs bright and creative scientists and engineers and technically trained leaders even more than ever. So in closing, I want you to know that the Mines faculty, staff, leadership, alumni, and trustees recognize your significant accomplishment today and are proud to call you graduates of Colorado School of Mines. I hope that you always carry and share that pride with you wherever you go in life and your careers, and as you make your mark in the world, I hope that you find some other way to help others pursue their dreams, just as others have helped you. You are all hell of engineers and hell of scientists, and a few of your peers in the earlier ceremony were hell of economists. You are ore diggers for life. Please stay engaged and be hell of a Mines alumni. Congratulations, class of 2023. And now you may be seated. Please welcome to the podium Vice President of Student Life, Dr. Brilliant Pantel. She's going to introduce to us our student speaker for this ceremony.
Thanks so much, President Johnson. I am truly honored this afternoon to introduce our student speaker, Nora Spuler. Nora, come on up. Nora has a little bit of a cheering section too, so let me tell y'all a little bit about Nora. Nora is graduating today with a degree in chemistry. During her time at Mines, yep, impressive, she was involved in many organizations and extracurricular activities. She served as the former Ore Digger Camp co-lead this past summer while being a peer mentor for the past 3.5 years. Nora was captain and vice president of the women's club soccer team and is a member of Alpha Phi sorority, where she held many leadership positions. Nora also conducted 2 years of undergraduate research with the VIAS group, studying the degradation of PFAS compounds through computational chemistry. All right, lots of fans up here. After graduation, Nora will be continuing her educational career in pursuit of her PhD from UC Davis in bioinorganic chemistry. That's impressive. Nora was actually one of the very first student leaders who I met on my very first day on the job last summer at Ore Digger Camp. Nora certainly set the bar high for the impact of student leadership at Mines and continues to impress me and so many others with her tireless energy and her passion for learning and for the Mines community. Please join me in welcoming Nora to the podium.
Gotta lower this. Thank you, Braylon, so much for that fantastic introduction. Fix this too. And as Braylon said, my name is Nora Spuler, and I'm honored to be speaking to you all today. First, I would like to say a huge congratulations to the graduating class of 2023. Y'all are gonna hear that like 1,000 times today, so just get used to it. Now I have some people to thank who have gotten me to this stage today. Thank you to my wonderful family who has encouraged me to pursue science since the day I got my first microscope. To my parents, Mary and Scott, thank you so much for telling me to write that letter of reconsideration after Mines had rejected me. So I think it worked out though, so thank you. You guys are my biggest cheerleaders and you have encouraged me since day one, and I love you both. To my brilliant and hilarious siblings, Ella and Colin, you guys are the real engineers of this family. My sister is a physicist and my brother is a mechanical engineer, but not at Mines, sorry. You both certainly kept me humble and I love you both so much. Thank you so much to my grandmother. Thank you so much to my Aunt Jane and to my Uncle Doug, who are also here with me today. I would thank you so much to the Peer Mentor Program, specifically New Student and Transition Services, Alpha Phi, Club Soccer, and all the wonderful organizations that I have been a part of and the support systems that I have gained. Oh, and thank you to the chemistry department for allowing me to graduate today. This wouldn't have been possible without y'all. And when it comes to giving thanks, be sure to give your loved ones a hug and share your appreciation for them, because we certainly couldn't do this without them. All right. To start us off, I have a quote that I would like you all to keep in mind from Winston Churchill. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. I'm sure many of us remember the first day that we entered Mines, and if you don't, your parents most certainly do. I think I recall my parents high-fiving as they dropped me off in the Maple Residence Hall. I believe I heard them exclaim, "One kid down," pumping their fists as they walked away. It was in that moment when time seemed to stop. Not knowing what to do next was scary, yet extremely thrilling, as a new chapter in our lives had just started. Over the past several years, we have been put in this environment and we have been forced to change, not only mentally, but physically, as some of us are leaving this stadium today with rockin' mustaches that our parents can't seem to convince us to get rid of, and or hell of a Mines tattoos, the football team and track team, you all know who you are. But as many of us know from that first day, things did not get any easier. We had to wallow. Now, when you think of the word wallowing, many feelings might arise. Perhaps it is associated with some vague sense of despair. However, to me, wallowing is the equivalent of perseverance. It is the continued effort to achieve goals despite failure and opposition. I personally envision trudging through waist-deep tar while working with a purpose to achieve my goals one step at a time. As a community and as a class, we have wallowed through several adversities, but we have also encountered many triumphs. This university, as we know, is famous for its rigorous academics and challenging academics is all, forcing us beyond the limits that you thought you had. Once outside your comfort zone, I'm sure that you were met with feelings of imposter's phenomena, anxiety, depression, and negative thoughts telling you that you are not good enough. In addition to these internal battles, we have also experienced external battles. As much as we wish it didn't, COVID is still a large part of our college careers, including having faced political challenges, severe environmental changes, wars, and loss. However, despite the chaos of the world beside us, you wallowed. As a class, we have been leaders to the growth of our community. We have cultivated, encouraged, nourished conversations here at Mines, especially in diversity, equity, and inclusion. It is no easy task to stand up for what you believe is right, yet it is through these tough discussions that we have strengthened our community for the better. We have impacted minds in many significant ways, leaving it better than we found it, and we should be very, very proud of that. It was certainly not easy, and it took a village to get us all here, but I'm sure many of us can relate that at Mines, we climb together. Whether that was migrating for a chemistry common hour exam, or I guess complaining about that long-forgotten software for physics, Long Kappa, if we all remember Long Kappa, to even Sunday mornings in Mines Market. You are never here alone. Many moments unite us here at Mines because we have wallowed together. This reminds me vividly of the M climb, where several neon green hard hats piled onto Mount Zion, and it is because of that day that I am quite fond of the M. Not only is it the largest continuously lit letter in the world, fun fact, but for what it stands for. When I look up at the M, I am reminded of climbing that mountain and placing my rock, symbolizing our journey's beginning. Now that we have taken a different rock from the reverse M climb and climbed our way down, the M is a reminder of your hard work, failures, yet many successes that went to reaching the top. I encourage you to never take the memories you forged here for granted, whether that be getting dunked and whitewashed, cardboard boat racing during E-days, or just enjoying a sunny afternoon in Golden. Do you still have that quote in mind? Good. I didn't hear yet, so I'm assuming good. Much like Winston Churchill, I'm here simply to remind you that success is not only about achieving your goals, but about the person you become in the process. Continuously strive to better yourself and those around you. Make meaningful connections, and always look back on this day with profound pride and fondness, as it will serve as a reminder of your hard work, dedication, and your power of wallowing. Thank you, Colorado School of Mines, for placing us at the starting line of life, equipped with the materials and knowledge to change the world. I know that everybody sitting here today will do outstanding things, and I look forward to encountering your accomplishments, especially on LinkedIn. Okay. I know that this is a graduation speech, and it's not a chemistry lesson, but I have a quote from my favorite book, Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis, where she says, "Whenever you start doubting yourself, whenever you feel afraid, just remember that courage is the root of change, and change is what we are chemically designed to do. So when you wake up tomorrow, make this pledge to yourself. No more holding yourself back. No more subscribing to others' opinions about what you can and cannot achieve. And no more allowing anyone to negatively pigeonhole you into the categories of sex, race, economic status, and/or religion. Do not allow your talents to lie dormant. Design your own future. And when you leave Lockridge Arena today with your degree, ask yourself, what will you change? And then get started. Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciated it. And thank you so much to all of you for coming out to celebrate us. And again, congratulations to the class of 2023. Thanks, y'all.
Nora, that was fantastic. I think you earned one of these too. And how about the Nora cheering section? Will you stand up for us? Yeah. Oh, we got. Nora is your soccer playing sister here?
She's right there.
The one you got red carded at a game?
Yeah.
When you two were on opposite teams?
Yeah, she plays for CSU. So
Okay.
yeah. Ella, she's right there. Stand up, Ella. That's her.
We all got to watch a video of these two getting pulled aside from a soccer game by a referee for being too aggressive at each other in a game. So it was pretty funny. Anyway, Nora, thank you. We'll look forward to seeing you a little later in ceremony. All right. I now have the privilege to introduce to you our keynote speaker, Andrea Westcott Passman. Andrea, why don't you come on up here at the podium? All right. You think that might be your rock? In any case, let me tell you a little bit about Andrea. She was raised in a mine in Alaska, and she says that's actually true. And she still holds that new frontier attitude. She was lured away from Alaska to attend Colorado School of Mines, where she received her Bachelor of Science degree in Petroleum Engineering in 1998. She also holds a Master of Business Administration degree from the University of Denver, and she has advanced education in data analytics from Carnegie Mellon University and finance from Harvard Business School. Andrea serves on the Colorado School of Mines Alumni Board. She's chair of the Women of Mines Alumni Interest Group, and she's on the External Advisory Board for the Mines Petroleum Engineering Degree Program. She's also chair of the Executive Alumni Leadership Council for the University of Denver and a board member of the Food Bank of the Rockies. Her core values of passion, connection, authenticity, learning, and belonging have guided her around the world for over 2 decades in the energy industry, most recently as the Chief Operating Officer of Caris. Prior to joining Caris, Andrea was an operations executive with CNX Resources and has held multiple leadership and engineering roles globally with Halliburton, Schlumberger, and several independents. At home, Andrea is a passionate cook, loves solving the world's problems at the dinner table, and surrounds herself with beautiful design, seeks adventure around the globe. My favorite part of her intro is she's staffed to a one-eyed rescue cat named Jolly Roger. So, please join me in welcoming Mines alumna back to Mines and to the podium. Andrea, thank you.
Thank you, President Johnson. Welcome, graduating class of Mines 2023, AKA the Mines Survivors Club. You all know you're members of this club because you get a very special card. It's stamped in silver. This card, should you flash it, gets you a job 92% of the time. So feel free to use it again in the future. You're also survivors of a pandemic, as Nora talked about. And some of you, I think, finished in 2 years. Maybe you had a little extra study time. And I will say that I asked Tori for permission to crack this joke. I know that we didn't have very many outbreaks on campus because everyone followed the 6-foot-apart rule. It's my understanding ComSci really followed that. I can crack that joke because you're the highest paid salary coming out of the school this year. By 10,000 more than my own major. So I was asking myself, why did President Johnson ask me to speak today? And I thought I'd take a little visit back to statistics. And so I did this math myself, and it's been a while because now I have like 500 people that do all the math for me. And I'm a member of a very elite club. Some of you will eventually join this club as well. It's the 3 to the minus 5th power percentage club. That's 0.0003% for those of you who did not do that math. And really what I'm saying out there is that there are about less than 40 women in the world who do what I do. So it's a rare club. Many of you women out there today will join this club very soon. So with that, I am an alumni of the class of 98. Do we have other 1990s alumni in the crowd today? Little shout out for you out there. Give yourself a cheer, a little clap, maybe. Some parents, some family, some friends. And thank you, family and friends and supporters, for being here today, faculty as well. This is going to be an interactive commencement speech, so could you all just loosen up a little bit? Just be prepared, be prepared. I'm going to warm you up for a lot of interaction later as well. So if you'll recall from the 90s, those of you who were here at Mines then, unlike today, our sports were not very good. Our football team won 3 games the year I graduated, and we thought that was pretty great at the time. And we had a cheer. We have this cheer here, is my understanding as well. I think you all know how it goes. It starts out, "That's all right." So could you participate with me so I'm not singing alone in front of like 2,000 people right now? How does it go? It goes, "That's all right, it's okay, we're gonna be your boss one day." You all left me hanging. ComSci, come on, please help me out. Let's try one more time. "That's all right, it's okay, we're gonna be your boss one day." Thank you for not leaving me hanging that time. And what I've learned about Mines, no matter what's happening, whether the teams are winning or losing, we are all raving fans of this institution. And it's because, as President Johnson said, it's hard to get in and it's even harder to get out. And I was talking with one of my fellow alumni from the petroleum department, Nick Bryan, and he said, "Andrea, the cheer has actually changed a little bit because not only are we the boss off the field, we're the boss on the field now as well." I loved that. I love spending time in the field too. So, when I think of Mines and this community and why we're all raving fans, it's because we have so much in common. We're raving fans because we all passed Physics 2. I still have nightmares about that final. It's been 25 years. We're raving fans of the M-Climb. By the way, did anyone, when they went back up, find my rock? It was buried during the Cenozoic era. Geominers, that was for you. Geology is a real science. Raving fans of E-Days and the cardboard boat races. By the way, we didn't have that when I was here, or I don't remember it. And I'm pretty sure I'm a little concerned about the materials class and thinking that cardboard and water go well together. We're going to talk about where my donation goes later, President Johnson. A little concerned. Some of you are raving fans of the Coors Short Tour. Maybe that's why you're finishing in 5. No judgment. It took me 5 also. But I know that we're all raving fans of Mines because we are legendary for what we do. And in the world of deep fakes, AI-generated content, and so much noise, it's more important ever than before that we use our voice to be the raving fans for what we are passionate about in our life. And I think of one of the first times I met one of my raving fans. It was early on in my career, and I was sent offshore to a platform in the Gulf of Mexico. And back in the late 90s, I also turned 21 offshore. Boy, that was a great birthday. But I remember I got out there, and before a woman comes offshore, and I was the only woman out there, they say, "Don't watch Cinemax, watch what you say. She works for the company. We don't want anyone to get in trouble." And so I went out there, and I looked like everybody else. I had my fire retardant clothing on, my hard hat, my steel-toed boots, my computer. And I did my work, and our crew on this particular rig was all French Cajun. And so they were very nice gentlemen, and we worked alongside each other for 3 days, and they were saying, some things, a lot of things in French Cajun. And what's great about being an engineer is the helicopter comes to pick you up and you don't have to take the boat. And so as I was waiting for the helicopter to come pick me up and take me to the next platform, everyone stands down from a safety perspective, and we're waiting for the helicopter to land on the top of the platform. And the captain of the crew comes over and he says, Andrea, how was your time here on our rig? Did you get your work done? Was it successful for you? And I said, merci beaucoup, ça c'est très bien. And he suddenly realized I understood everything that was being said for the last few days about me. Some of it was very flattering, some was not. And so he said, oh my gosh, what are you going to do? Are you going to report us to the company? Because that's a great way for them to lose their contract. And as the helicopter was landing, I don't know where I got this idea from. I was maybe a little arrogant when I got out of mines. I said, you've got 20 seconds to get my gear up to the helicopter pad. And so they grabbed my gear and they ran it up to the helicopter pad. Well, not ran, because that would not be safe. But they quickly got it up to the helicopter, and our pilot was this great Vietnam veteran. And I got on the helicopter, I sauntered on because I thought I was so great. And the helicopter pilot said, Andrea, in all my years of flying out here, I ain't ever seen any beep like that. What the hell happened down there? And I said, I don't know. I think they just must have really liked me. I do really great work. I went to mines. So we take off and we go to the next platform and we land, and the company man of that platform is there to meet me. His name was Russell. And Russell said, oh yeah, they radioed ahead. I know all about you. Little did I know, Russell was going to become one of my absolute first raving fans. And he was a huge advocate and mentor for me. And what really set him apart from being a raving fan from everyone else is he taught me some really important values. He taught me to hold my line, to know where my boundaries were. He taught me to exceed expectations. I know this will be easy for you, especially those of you who passed Big Chem. Me too, that class was hard. And he taught me to be curious. Just because you graduate with this amazing degree from mines doesn't mean you know jack about anything. So questions are important. So right now, we're going to take a moment to practice and acknowledge our raving fans, because there's a lot of them here today. This is where it gets interactive. Please put your intro version away. You don't have to sing, not yet. Okay, so here's how this is going to go. We're going to start with our faculty, staff, and administration on the stage. And you all know what the mines symbol is. It's the Rouleau triangle. For those of you in the audience who don't know what that is, it's basically a triangle that's curved. You've seen it everywhere here. We won't make you figure out the equation for it. Don't worry. So we're going to start with our administration staff and faculty on stage. They're going to give you, the students, their show of raving fans and the Rouleau triangle. You are welcome to break out your phones and take a picture of them to commemorate this moment for you, or ring your cowbell. And then we're going to do the same thing for the parents, families, friends, and supporters in the background. This time, students, you get to stand up. Parents, family, the audience, you're going to show them. It's okay to practice right now. This is what engineers do. We practice. So practice your Rouleau triangle. Don't do sunset hard hands. That's not what we're talking about. Rouleau triangle, you're going to give them that. Students, once again, you're going to get a chance to take a picture of all of them or ring your cowbell. And then finally, students, we're going to let you have this moment. You'll face back towards the stage. Give us your Rouleau triangle. I know you know how to do this. And President Johnson will have a chance to take a selfie with all of that. He's really good at it, too. He has really long arms. So with that, everyone on stage, will you please stand up? Students, feel free to get your phones out. This is one time where it is okay to break them out in class, or break out your cowbells. Faculty, staff, everyone, please give them the Rouleau triangle and show them all of the appreciation and what raving fans you are of the students. Thank you. All right, now that they have very well demonstrated, good job following directions. I am so impressed. I'm glad I spent my money here. Very good. All right, parents, now that you've seen how it's done, friends and family, you're going to do the same thing. Graduates, could you please stand up and turn around so you can see all the raving fans that you have in the audience out there. Audience, please give all the graduates your reload triangle. Feel free to take a picture. Ring your cowboys. That's a lot of raving fans in the audience. Good job, A, for all of you. I heard that's going to help your GPA in the final hour. Finally, students, ready? Please stay standing. And now give your reload triangle so President Johnson can get a selfie with all of you. Yep, well, okay. They're ready. I'm pretty sure he just did that, so I'll write another check to the school. All right, now that you all know what your raving fans look like and how to be a raving fan, you just learned a really valuable lesson on flipping the switch and becoming a raving fan of everyone around you. Be a raving fan for your industry. Be a raving fan for your job. If you're not, go find another one. Be a raving fan for your partner. I know mine was here supporting me this morning, and I so appreciate that. Be a raving fan of your family. Wow, Nora knocked that one out of the park. Go forward in life and put that passion out there and be an extraordinary raving fan for all that you do, and know that you've started that out here at Mines. And you know this will come to roost at some point in your career when being a raving fan will really pay off. I know this happened for me about 2 years ago. And even though I only work for a little $4 billion company, as an executive, when you do an acquisition, you get carted around the field to go see everything you've bought. And about 2 years ago, my company was doing an acquisition from Exxon. And I flew out to the field, and one of the operators picked me up. And as chief operating officer, we were supposed to go look at the equipment, ho-hum. And we got to talking, and he said, Andrea, you know, we're the same age. I also graduated college in 1998, and I went to Western State. You know, we used to play you in homecoming. He goes, in fact, I remember your marching band. I was in marching band, played tenor sax. He goes, you guys had this thing where you were splitting the atom to Space Odyssey 2001. It was really nerdy. He goes, you might also remember, you guys didn't score any points that game, and we smeared you. We slaughtered you. It was homecoming. He said, but I do remember one thing. You had this cheer. It really stuck with me. It went, that's all right. It's okay. We're going to be your boss one day. And here we are. So with that, as another raving fan of all of you, once again, I want to congratulate the Mines graduating class of 2023. I know each of you will be a hell of an engineer. Congratulations.
Andrea, thank you. And I think you earned one of these too.
I think 3 fell out.
And we'll put a couple more back up here. They've multiplied down there. I'm not sure what's going on. But, you know, since you are an alumna and very engaged with the Mines Alumni Board, would you be willing to do a welcome on behalf of the Alumni Board to our newest graduates?
That was not okay. Blast her down. Stay. Did you hear the command executive presence there? Graduates, today you leave Mines as the beneficiaries of a world-class education, one that has prepared you well for what comes next. You have graduated from one of the most prestigious engineering and science universities in the world. We, the alumni, hope you take great pride and joy in this accomplishment. Yesterday, you were members of a highly selective group, the students of the Colorado School of Mines. Today, you become members of a very loyal and proud group, the alumni of the Colorado School of Mines. Wherever you go in your lives and careers, you'll find other Mines graduates all around the world, and we hope you will connect with them through local alumni groups. We encourage you to find meaningful ways to stay connected to Mines and to share your experiences and knowledge with the next generation of ore diggers. We also hope to see you back on campus for homecoming and our upcoming 150th anniversary celebration. Once again, congratulations on your great accomplishment today, and welcome to the Colorado School of Mines alumni community.
Thank you, Andrea. And hey, I know we've got a few in the audience. Would our guests who are alums please stand up so we can recognize you? Go. Yeah. Thank you for coming back and being here today. And with that, I'd like to invite back up to the podium Dr. Pantel. Who's going to help us a little bit with commissioning of cadets.
Thank you, President Johnson, and thank you, Andrea, for that fantastic address. Joining us now is Senior Assistant Professor of Military Science, Major Austin Wesley of the United States Army. Major Wesley will introduce our graduates who have earned commissions in the United States Air Force and the United States Army during their studies at Mines. Mines was one of the first 4 colleges in the United States to establish a Reserve Officer Training Corps, or ROTC, program. We have over a 100-year distinguished history of graduating exceptional students into military leadership positions. In fact, President Biden's recent nominee for Army Chief of Staff, General Randy George, is an alumnus, and he holds a master's degree in mineral economics from Mines. Please welcome Major Austin Wesley to the podium.
Good afternoon. It is both an honor and a privilege for me to recognize today's ROTC graduates and share in this truly wonderful occasion. Colorado School of Mines has graduated over 2,500 commissioned officers since the inception of the ROTC program in the early 1900s. Today, we express our gratitude to these exceptionally professional students as they have chosen a path to serve our nation as officers in the United States military. Over the next few days, 9 Colorado School of Mines baccalaureate recipients will take their oath, the next step to becoming second lieutenants. They will be commissioned into the United States Air Force and the United States Army. I wish to extend our sincere appreciation to the cadets' parents and families for their support and encouragement that you have provided while your students studied at Colorado School of Mines. We sincerely thank the faculty and staff of Colorado School of Mines for the mentorship and guidance you provided as these students have pursued a commission while earning their degrees in chemical, mechanical, electrical, geophysical, geological, engineering, and computer science. In today's ceremony, we have 4 of those 9 cadets graduating. Cadet Timothy Hammond, computer science, will enter the United States Army as a field artillery officer. Cadet Parker Egan, computer science, will enter the United States Army as an air defense artillery officer. Cadet Todd Davis, computer science, will enter the United States Air Force as an acquisition officer. and Cadet Chase Evanson, Computer Science, will enter the United States Air Force as a pilot. Congratulations and best wishes to each of you.
Thank you, Major West. Would Cadets Hammond, Egan, Davis, and Evanson please stand so we can see you? Major Wesley, you get one of these two. He's also kind of graduating from Mines at the moment. We've been fortunate to have him here for a while, but he's moving on to another assignment. But we were very fortunate just a little while ago, within the last couple weeks, to see him get promoted to major, which was really cool to have an opportunity to see that. And I really felt like he needed a stuffed blaster because he's also just had the birth of his second child in the last 2 weeks as well, and we need to make sure both of them have blasters, so thank you. All right. You all want to walk across the stage? I don't know, which major wants to walk the most? Who do we got here? We got chemistry and biochemistry. Seems like a small but mighty group. We got chemical engineering. Might be a little bigger, a little mightier. There's that QBE thing for the first time ever. Yeah, they seem pretty excited. First group ever to graduate from QBE, right? And then there's that little group of computer science students here somewhere. I think they're all ready. Okay, so we're going to start crossing the stage here and just let everybody know what's going to happen here. So moms and dads, where are you? You still out there? This is where you might start crying a little bit, but that's okay. We all do that when we see our kids graduate. But everybody gets to make noise, and so we're gonna practice making a little noise. Just make sure we do this right. But anyway, so those of you who are out there in the bleachers, you can stomp, you can yell, you can cheer. Let's see some stomping. Pretty good. Let's hear some cheering. This is definitely better than the morning group on the cheering, yeah. And if you have contraband noisemakers, you can use those. Let's hear those. I think I just lost my right ear. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure, but that was yeah. It used to be it was only the Harveys that brought those in, but now we've got everybody. But it's okay. Use those, and of course, students, please cheer for all of your fellow students because Provost Holtz keeps track of these things, and some of you need a little extra on your GPA just to actually for us to approve your degrees in a little while. So make sure you do a good job there. Anyway, before students cross the stage, and it's okay if they start lining up right now if you want, I'd like to recognize a few groups so we can practice those making noise kinds of things. So if you are graduating today with academic honors cum laude, would you please stand? Congratulations. If you're graduating with magna cum laude honors, please stand. And if you are in the Brainiac category, the summa cum laudes, please stand. Congratulations to all of you. That's awesome. Second, I'd like to recognize students who have been selected for department or university level awards. We don't have an opportunity to read all your names here in this program, but they are included in the commencement program. So any of you who sort of received awards of that type, would you please stand so we can recognize you? Next, I'd like to recognize any students who are wearing cords or stoles, basically anything hanging off your neck. These typically designate participation in scholar communities, service communities, other things at Mines, like the Harvey Scholars, the Vanguard Scholars, Blue Key Honor Society. Our student athletes all have some pretty cool-looking stoles on as well. So anybody who's got anything hanging off of them, stand up so we can recognize. And finally, I'd like to recognize a group that's really very special to many of us. If you are the first ever in your family to graduate from college, would you please stand? Congratulations. Okay, I think we're warmed up on the making the noise part of things. So, see, I'm going to stand there. Provost Holtz is going to join us. Shake hands. We're going to have department heads join us to shake hands. Faculty, if you want to hop up for students that you know or students in your programs, join the line. It'd be great. And Jesus and, well, Dinesh, you've got your comp sci folks here you might stand up for. And Andrea, if you want to stand up for any of them, feel free to as well. We'll have a line here. And I guess the other thing I need to tell you, so who's first in line? Oh, okay, we got a good one at first up. So we've got to go through the walking across the stage part thing just real quickly. So the first person does it right, everybody does it right after that. But we have to do this sort of weird thing where you kind of like walk across the stage, shake my hand, but look away at a camera and smile and everything like that. And I just tell you from experience, and Andrea mentioned Physics 2 test that gave you nightmares. I can tell you, for some students getting from that side of the stage to this side of the stage, it's tougher than that test. And so they get very focused on the ultimate goal, which is to get the other side, but they kind of miss the parts in between. So we want to make sure that you have a good walk across the stage and we get a great photo of you, because from your parents' perspective, this might be the most expensive photo of you they ever get. And we just want it to be a good one, okay? So we're going to do a little practice run, okay? All right, are we ready? Ready? Okay.
From Chemical and Biological Engineering, Dr. Daniel Naus, Department Head. Molly Elizabeth Adams. Devin L. Ahrens. Ebube Alfred Ibokwe. Jordan Annabelle Alvarez. Francesca A. Amaro. Kayla Nicole Andes. Jose Antonio A. Asensio Guizar. Catherine McKenna Bailey. Kaylee Janae Byler. Matthew R. Blackburn. Ethan Quinn Cephas. Caleb A. Coatney. Levi J. Collins. Derek Reed Culbertson. Timothy G. Day. Alexandra Michelle DeQuilla. Michael Egan Dawson. Finian W. Costello. Parker F. Delius. Mulugeta Yehes Direso. Kate Elizabeth DeRosier. Brandon Michael DeGenova. Stephen Frederick Doring. Joshua Patrick Dolan. James Ching Dong. Keely Ann Fonan. Caleb Andrew Fagans. John Benjamin Fine Ashley. Madison Frotton. Julia Ray Godby. Grace O. Gonzalez. Michael Burke Haldeman. Drake Anders Hampton. John Adrian Harper. Ayaka May Hayashi. Zachary Kenneth Heckman. Daniela P. Hirsch. Colin Joseph Hurstis. Nathan Alexander Hughes. Jessica Ann Huff. Maggie Hurst. Esme Evelyn Conkright. Tia Elizabeth Kay. Safi Ali Ibrahim Shukri. Umayma Abu Hamid Keith. Maxwell Todd Keith. Brianna Lee Katiaban. Casey Kim. Tae-Hoon Kim. Jacob L. Kurtz. Patricia A. Laminar. Jack Lewis Lanini. Spencer A. Larson. Lily Judith Lowerson. Michaela Dawn Lee. Elizabeth A. Leba. Paul Lewis Litsky. Danielle L. Loftus. Toshio Wayne Munakata Mar. Connor J. McCarran. Jefferson Lee Moak. Stephen Noah Monchinsky. John Daniel Murphy. Preston H. Nash. Nathan Charles O'Neill. James Richard Ottaway. Juliana Nicole Perry. Ryan Daniel Pfeffer. Julia Tien Pham. Kian M. Pillar Sr. Ian Joseph Pinero. Dylan Nicholas Powell. Ricardo Quiroga. Karina Asali Ramirez Lukert. Catherine E. Reeder. Shelby Marie Nichols. Ella Isabel Springer. Anastasia Constantina Therianos. Kylan Ilima Regador. Bryce Logan Roberts. Lucille E. Sachs. Edward Dante Simone. Philip Cushman Skeps. Lila G. Slaughter. Brandon S. Spurlock. Emily A. Starkey. Molly Lee Stevanik. Arden Strauss Tabor. Joshua Tenoway. Jane Alicia Turek. Kyle R. Walters. Julia Lee Vaughn. Clay Javier A. Yanagisako. Jacobo Caleb Sosa. Anna Kathleen Liu Yoka. From Chemistry, Dr. Thomas Jeanette, Department Head. Holden McLean Anderson. Katie C. Bogan. Iris Isabel Elias. Ashley Jordan Gallagher. Marco Antonio Gonzalez. Sienna N. Gonzalez. Zeke E. Kelly. Chloe Marie Kleinstuber. Alexander C. Montoya. Adam J. Smith. Nora K. Spuler. Rose Lee Stewie. Sabrina Wetzelhofer. Jason C. Apuan. Leonardo E. Aragon. Mouse Collis Boucher. Alexandra Diane Felly. Jessica Marie Fiala. Rachel E. Fontaine. Haley Brianne Hullett. Molly Ann McRae. Piper Renee McKee. Cosette Grace McLaughlin. Adrian Michael Moreno. Connor R. Nelson. Corinne Elizabeth Oder. Tatum Joe Parman. Whitney G. Paxson. Anissa J. Shull. Veronica R. Stark. Reagan Nicole Whiter. From Computer Science, Dr. Iris Bahar, Department Head. Maxime C. Alvarado. Jonathan Arroyo. Catherine Anna Aubert. Reed Darrell Baker. David Wayne Beck. Elliot Davidson Better. Alejandro Romeo Belli. Mia Barton Beliveau. Philip A. Bellis. Connor K. Bilgrave. Victor Niels Bora. Lucas J. Bauer. Renata Shea Boyd. Thomas H. Boyle. Connor J. Brown. Ethan Jason Brucker. Nathaniel Robert Bujarski. Thomas E. Bullock. Yanyu Chung. Clayton E. Christensen. Emmy Grace Taba Clark. Jordan D. Clark. Joseph R. Claver. Alexandra Darrell Cook. Hayden O. Corman. Shane Duncan Copenhagen. Austin Copley. Drew Robert Kornmesser. Carson Timothy Fazio Kramer. Cade Carter Crandall. Shane Z. Craner. Will Allen Culpepper. Jarrett Jet Daffer. Logan Michael Dagler. Tyner Bo Dale. Todd Alexander Davis. Lauren Brooke Decker. Liam Dempsey. Andrew Michael Depke. Daniel J. Devine. Davis Middleton Dickinson. Roman L. Downey. Caleb Andrew Edwards. Parker W. Egan. Jordan H. Ehrlich. Owen E. Eicher. Christopher D. Engel. Alec Engstrom. Elian Antonio Estrada. Chase Edward Evanson. Carlos C. Escalante. Nicholas C. Estall. Benjamin Michael Farrick. Alicia May Zucaran Flood. Paris R. Floyd. Evan J. Foster. Emily E. Gabbard. Sayuri Vikas Garud. Corey N. Geis. Ella F. Gibb. David Alexander Gonzalez Young. Joseph Thomas Hall. Peter Nelson Hall. Timothy Ladd Hammond. Eric John Henson. David John Hanachak. Julia Rose Hurtado Harvey. Emily Celeste Hepperlin. Nicholas A. Herbeck. Randy Hope Higashi. Emilia Rose Higgins. Emily Hyde. Justin N. Hahn. Gabe J. Homan. Logan A. Xia. William Hu. Owen B. Ingalls. Katrina Ann Gentry. Thomas O. Jensen. Melissa R. Johns. Nikola N. Yakshich. Levi Namazi Johnson. Ian K. Johnston. Micah Arno Justman. Noah J. Kisley. Jacob J. Kistler. Evan Craig Clyde. Abigail M. Crosstooth. Malcolm M. LaForce II. Aiden Thomas Lamkin. Samuel Austin LaBray. Andrew S. Larson. Trevor A. Lewis. Gregory Forrest Manley. John K. Matocha. Kayla Ann Schlichtemeyer. Sarah Patricia Mewany. Toby Smith Meyer. Nathan R. Millwater. Eshita Mittal. Benjamin Ryan Morgan. Mahaban A. Naban. Sebastian Negrete Alamillo. Alexa Ryan Nelson. Samuel Newman. Wilhelm Harriman Northrup. Joseph McGettigan O'Brien. David Adebayo Ojumare. Ryan T. O. Colson T. Oliver. Elena Cecilia Orendine. Justin Chidiabere Yu Sing Orji. Levi Matthew Ortega. Michael S. Ortega. Giovanni F. Palladino. Finn P. Pfeiffer. Grace A. Peepo. Anna Christine Pitcock. Allison Adair Ranucci. Cameron Don Reeves. Jonathan R. Robo. Sean Michael Roberts. Scott A. Ruckle. Ryan Christopher Rumana. Manas Saini. Chloe Elizabeth Shanahan. David P. Sharon. Lauren Kate Sherburne. Michaela Ree Sherwood. Mark Andrew Schonbeck. Daniel Vladislav Spurik. Carolina Ulrika Siedebek. Vaughn Joseph Simpson. Hunter Charles Sidkey. Melina Nguyen Smith. Rebecca Taylor Smith. Reagan Janae Smith. Ryan M. Smith. Madeline Delane Spencer. Evan Hayes Sutter. Jacob Aaron Tanchak. Hannah Marie Taylor. Joseph S. Threlkel. Eric A. Tiskewich. Quinn Vo. James Vongpasuk. Simon Cartman Wagner. David G. Waite. Neil H. Walsh. Leon L. Wan. Jarek T. Wandasan. Da-Ming Hua. Madhumita Tiruvenkadam. Stephen Cole Waplehorst. Mitchell David Watkins. Parita Watanasa. Christopher William Wilhoit. Zachary O. Wilson. Nathan Hale Yeager. From Quantitative Bioscience and Engineering, Dr. Josh Ramey, Program Director. Yaya Camis Bardini. Isabel A. Bravo. Marion Elizabeth Chater. Aiden C. Kraft. Margaret K. Dixon. Emily Rose Galvin. Jalen Elise Gonzalez. Lauren Michelle Kelly. Rachel Kessler. Ian Wayne Kugler. Andres Alberto Ocampo. Abigail Marin Regal. Jody Lynn Romero. Sabrina Sky Slaughter. Ollie M. Vos. Ariel Renee Elizabeth Wright.
Okay, everybody stay where you are, because we've got a few more to go. I've got this symbol from the sidelines, which generally means that the next students across the stage have earned 2 degrees here in their time at Mines. And so let's recognize them here. I think we have 3 of them today, and it's not something a lot of people do at Mines, but it's a pretty amazing accomplishment. So let's go with the dual degree.
John Robert Kolsak. Andrew Capps Mueller. Brendan Jack Hubelhauer.
I love the hand symbols I get from the sidelines. The next one was this, but I don't think it was the Rouleau triangle. Something different. Okay, got it. So the next students to cross the stage are the ones who've been chosen by their programs to be distinguished as the outstanding graduating seniors of their programs. So these are students who've been selected by the faculty of the programs for doing amazing things. And it's a little different in each program how they choose, but I think if you get to know these students, you know they're completely just outstanding and very deserving of this recognition. They're all wearing some pretty cool medals, which have nothing to do with winning NCAA Division II championships, but they're just as pretty cool. They very special, outstanding graduating senior medals. So and in fact, we've got someone who's got 2 of them hanging around her neck and has participated in 2 ceremonies. We've got somebody who's graduating with 3 degrees here at Mines, who's coming through another ceremony and has been at all 3 ceremonies. So this is the group that makes me feel like a slacker for sure. So anyway, let's make sure we give a big round of applause, and particularly for those of you whose programs they represent. Provost Holt still has a couple. Yeah, okay.
Jonathan Noble Henke. Olivia Nicole Jackson. Kevin Curtis Dunn. Nolan Christopher Vogel. Luke Eve McMillan Catcher. Albert Thuong Kiet Ba. Maya Lee Mowry Evans.
Okay, how about a big round of applause for all of our graduating seniors today? This might be the stompingest crew we've ever had in here. They're pretty good. So we do have one other group to recognize who couldn't cross the stage, and Dr. Pantel is going to introduce us to that group and tell us why they're not here and what we're going to do about that.
Thanks, President Johnson. Yeah, so this year our seniors on the varsity baseball team aren't able to be here at commencement today due to competition at the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference, or RMAC Championship, which is taking place out on the Western Slope. So in this ceremony, we have a baseball senior to recognize. So I'm gonna let you know who that is, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna cheer really, really loud for our graduating baseball senior in this ceremony and the entire baseball team out on the road. So congratulations to Blake Ripp in computer science. Let's give a really, really extra loud cheer so they can hear us. Woo! Congratulations to Blake and the entire baseball team on a great season.
All right. Hey, you might have noticed when the students were crossing the stage that some of them had been very creative with the decorating of their mortar boards, and we hand out a couple of awards at each ceremony for the most spirited and beautiful mortar boards. I have nothing to do with choosing them, and I have no idea how they actually choose them, but I know I'm supposed to announce them. So, first winner from computer science, please stand up when I read your name so the swag bag can get to you. Michaela Sherwood. And from that small but mighty QBE clan, Holly Vose. Okay, anybody want to make their degrees official? Okay. Got somebody on the ball here in the front. They're speaking up for the rest of them, which is pretty good. So we need to do that part. We need to make the degrees official, and then we need to wrap up the ceremony so we all go outside and get some goodies and take some pictures with a certain borough that's out there. So anyway, for this, I'm going to need Provost Holtz. I'm going to need you to help out a little bit. I'm going to need Board of Trustees Chair, Jesus Salazar, up here as well. We're going to read some words and can make those degrees official. All right? So also going to need a couple help. We always do it with a couple students here too. So I would like to invite up, let's see, who should we do? What do you think, Giovanni? Good choices.
Yeah, he's smart.
Yeah. Nora and Preston, get up here. Preston Nash, come to the stage, please. He's here. I saw his hair earlier.
Yep, there.
Audience will know what I mean when he gets up here. You can wear your Crocs here. That's okay. All right. Why don't you stand next to Giovanni? Preston, you need to stand next to the Blaster. So You have obviously met Nora a little earlier in the program, and I have to say, Nora, I lost the betting pool about how many times you'd whack the microphone when you were talking, but you did great today on that. So these two amazing students, graduating from chemistry, graduating from chemical engineering, off to University of California, Davis for graduate school, coming back to Mines for graduate school, nuclear engineering, were the, what I used to refer to as the bosses of the secret sauce of Ordayer Camp. So they led Ordayer Camp this summer, which is our indoctrination of all of our new students coming aboard, getting them brought into the community, and they did an amazing job. I just wanted to recognize them for that effort that they did. It was amazing. So thank you both for that. And I need you to do something. Choose your weapon.
I'll take that one.
You'll take this one, okay. You'll take this one. Don't hold that part, no. All right. Now, since we got a chemistry and a chemical engineer, don't fight each other, okay? All right. Okay, so now you have to hold them up like, this is very serious. You have to hold these things up very appropriate. Okay, so with that in mind, Provost Holtz, I think I need you to kick this off.
All right. Yours is making sounds. Yeah. All right, candidates for the bachelor degrees, please rise. President Johnson, with the approval of the faculty, I recommend that the Bachelor of Science degree be conferred upon these candidates. The candidates who are unable to be present today will be awarded their degrees in absentia. Their names appear in the program.
Thank you, Provost Holtz. Chairman Salazar, I present to the Board of Trustees these candidates. Each has been recommended by the faculty, and I concur with the recommendation, and it is my honor to present these amazing candidates to you for your acceptance.
President Johnson, by action of the Board of Trustees of the Colorado School of Mines, taken on May 5th, 2023, I direct you to award these candidates the degrees which they have earned.
All right, these are the coolest words the President of Mines ever gets to read. Upon recommendation of the faculty and by the authority of the Board of Trustees, amazing graduates, the class of 2023, I confer upon each of you the degree of Bachelor of Science in the designated curriculum with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. I congratulate you on this outstanding accomplishment, and you two be very careful with this part, please. You can now move your tassel from the right to the left if you haven't already done so. Congratulations. Okay, we're going to need you to just hang on. So you can keep them on. It's okay. All right, doing good here. Okay, so it's time to wrap up this ceremony. We're going to do it in true Mines spirited fashion. So graduates, you can sit down for a moment while I explain to you what we're going to do. Let's see. The front row, you get to choose. Long ending or short ending? I'm not sure which major this is, but that one beat him to the answer, so that was good. All right, so we're going to do the short one here. So let's take a look at the instructions. Okay, what do I need? Okay, graduating student athletes, please stand up. Okay, now that you're standing up, come on up to the front of the podium here. So you notice they all have these really pretty cool looking stoles on that they're wearing, and they actually have those because about 7 or 8 years ago, some of their predecessors promised that if they got really cool looking stoles for graduation, that they would lead us all in the fight song at the end of every graduation ceremony. So, which is not a big deal for this group because they know it, because they sing it at the end of every competition that they win, which is pretty much almost every competition that they compete in. So the only real challenge is the football team does it at about a pace that's like 10 times faster than any human can actually do it. But they've got it down at that speed. So you'll have to negotiate which tempo you're going to do that at. But I want to tell you a little bit about this group of student athletes. And first of all of them have been RMAC champions, so Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference champions, as a member of a team or as an individual competitor. So congratulations on that. How about a hand for that for the students? Yeah. I noticed as they were crossing the stage and crushing my hand that some of them were wearing their conference championship ring. So if you've got one up, hold it up for the audience to see. Yep. Yeah. Almost all of these student athletes in front of us today have made NCAA tournament appearances as a member of a team or as an individual. Congratulations on that. Five of them are All-Americans. I think somebody had their medal on distinguishing that. Yeah. And why don't you hold it up? Yeah. People see what these look like, yeah. And two are academic All-Americans. And to be an academic All-American, you have to have a GPA that's greater than, I think it's around 3.7-ish. And you have to be at the tops of basically your field nationally. And so if you are an academic All-American, raise your hand for us. We got some around here, yep. And I would like to say that, really proud to say, actually, Colorado School of Mines has produced more Division II academic All-Americans than any other university in Division II in the history of the award of academic All-Americans. And then to continue this, to get to the closing, I need two of them to come up on stage. So Dylan, come on up. And John Matoka, come on up. I know it's a little hard for him to get up the stage with all those things hanging on. All right, you can, let's see, yeah, that's okay. We'll have the chemical engineering parallel across here and the computer science chemistry thing here. So let me tell you about these two students and what they're going to do to help us as we're closing out the ceremony. First of all, John Matoka from football team. And football team, of course, went to the national championship this year for the first ever time in Mines history. John is graduating today with a degree in computer science. And he was this year's Harlan Hill Trophy winner, which is the award that's given out for the best college football player in Division II. John was also voted the Colorado College Athlete of the Year. So this is considering athletes across every institution at every level in the state of Colorado. And he was the recipient of that recognition this year. Dylan was a member of our 2022 National Championship men's cross country team. And not only was he a member of the 2022 National Cross Country team, he actually won the whole damn thing. So he's also the reigning outdoor NCAA Division II 10K champion and indoor 5K champion. And just like John's name, his name is all over the record books here at the university and nationally. And Dylan was selected as one of the two graduating presidential scholar athletes for spring 2023. So congratulations both of you and to all of our student athletes. So let me tell you about your assignments. Okay, so we're gonna do the fight song. It's gonna be led by the student athletes. I'll tell the audience about it in a minute. But when we get to the end, and everybody starts cheering, we need to fire a blaster out of the blaster. And I was thinking it might be an interesting thing to see whether Dylan can shoot a blaster farther or John can throw one farther. So when we get to that part of the ceremony, we're gonna see. And you can hang on to this one, and I'll load up one here in a minute for you. But in any case, I think we got almost. Yeah, don't hurt yourself. We need you next season. But I think we got almost everybody we needed. It would have been nice to have Blaster up here, but I think he overslept, which he has a tendency to do unless he has made it here on time. I don't know if Blaster's made it or not. He's never really here on time. But well, maybe the 5 o'clock ceremony. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's get this loaded. Oh, there he is. Okay, Blaster, we're waiting on you to end this ceremony. All right, we're here. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're the student athletes, Blaster, and Nora was actually telling me the other day that, she has always wanted to lead the University in the Fight song. Yeah, you said that to me. I remember you telling me that. But anyway, so she's going to help. She's going to help kick us off up here. It's a little hard to do the O with a lightsaber, but. If you haven't sung the fight song before, just say the word hell of a every couple seconds, and you're probably right in sync with the song. I think the words will appear up on the screen at some point, so you can sing them along there. We're going to sing the song. We get to the end of it. It's a chance to make our last sort of public demonstration of affection and congratulations and everything for these amazing graduates. So I thought maybe we could warm up for that by thanking everybody who helped organize this ceremony today. So let's make some noise for them. Okay, so we're gonna start the fight song. When we get to the end, you'll know it's the end because we spell mines, M-I-N-E-S. We're gonna make a lot of noise. If you make enough noise, the person who actually gets to decide when the ceremony ends, Dr. King over here, who's the president of the Faculty Senate, will close the De Re Metallica book that started the ceremony when he opened it. When he closes that, that's the time to shoot the blaster, and then we'll see if John can throw as far as the blaster. Music's going to kick on, and when you're all distracted by that competition, the platform party's going to sneak off this way as quickly as they can. And I need a few of them back for the 5 o'clock ceremony. So let them get out the door. After that, please join us outside. We've got refreshments out there. The furrier, little cute grass-eating blaster is out there for you to take pictures with and everything. And anyway, I think, yeah, we did that part, but it's okay. He was just reminding me to thank everybody who helped organize the ceremony. So actually, we could do that. Yay. So let's see. Do the stomping first. Let's see. Stompers. Okay. Cheers. Noise makers. Okay. We good, Blaster? Okay. He says we're good. Everybody ready? Everybody stand up. You got to all be standing.
Can I pass this so I can do that?
You can, yes, I'll hang on to this for you. Nora's going to say go.